Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome again and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. If it's the first time you're watching, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest news item. This is the news. A Jamaican man extradited to the United States on lottery scamming charges. A Jamaican man has been extradited to the United States to face charges relative to defrauding several American citizens of some $300,000. The accused has been identified as Romario Murray. The United States Embassy in Jamaica, in a tweet on Monday, disclosed that the Jamaican was wanted by the U.S. Postal Inspection Service on federal warrant regarding mail and wire fraud. The embassy said that the indictment alleged that Murray was involved in lottery scam syndicate that defrauded multiple victims of approximately US $300,000. In a photograph accompanying the tweet, Murray was seen handcuffed and exiting a vehicle at what appears to be an airport. It is not immediately clear when the Jamaican was extradited to the United States from the island. Continuing the news. Anti-gang task force reaped success in Westmoreland and Portmore. A joint anti-gang task force reaped major success in two parishes since Friday with the seizure of ammunition and also a number of other items. In the first instance, the task force seized 75 rounds of ammunition during a search operation in Whithorn, Westmoreland on Friday, March the 11th. Reports are that at around 5:45 p.m., the security force seized a number of ammunitions in an area of Westmoreland. 2 days later, the task force was again successful in recovering a firearm and several rounds of ammunition in Independent City, Portmore, St. Catherine on Sunday, March 13. Reports are that a 9mm Briscoe pistol and a magazine with 3 9mm rounds were recovered during a snap raid. A man was arrested and later charged in relation to the seizure. The police have advised that the anti-gang task force is actively carrying out its mandate of targeting guns, gunmen, and gangs across the country. The investigation continues into both seizures. Continuing the news, Jamaicans will be required to pay for pollution. Jamaicans will soon be held financially responsible for correcting activities that pollute the environment under the polluter pays principle. Acting Chief Director of the Policy Planning and Evaluation Division of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Gillian Guthrie, told GIS News that the principle will be incorporated in all environmental policies and legislation. It emerged from the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in 1992, which states that individuals found guilty of polluting the environment must be held responsible and pay for the act. Guthrie noted that Jamaica is no stranger to polluter pays principle, as the existing air quality regulation is based on that rule. Continuing the news. Cops named 3 persons of interest in St. Andrew South. The St. Andrew South Criminal Investigation Branch, the CIB, has named 3 persons of interest in regards to several crimes committed in the division. They are 17-year-old Paul Davis, otherwise called Paulus, of Regis Road and Alexander Road, Whitfield Town, 19-year-old Damani Davis, otherwise called Damage, of Alexander Road, Whitfield Road, 23-year-old Tamara Williams, otherwise called Chucky Boy, of Glen Road and Forester Road in Whitfield Town. These persons are being urged to turn themselves over into the Hunts Bay CIB before 12 noon on Monday, March the 14th. Detectives believe that these persons may be of assistance to ongoing investigations for various crimes committed in the division. Continuing the news. Vendor murdered in Manchester. A popular vendor was shot and killed by armed men in the community of Cross Keys, Manchester on Saturday, March the 12th. He has been identified as 34-year-old Orlando Cummins, also of Cross Keys in the community. Reports by the police are that at around 10 p.m., Cummins returned home after selling at the Coronation Market in Kingston and was pounced upon by 2 armed men who were laying in wait outside his home. The man demanded money and ordered Cummins inside his house, but he attempted to run from the scene and was shot and taken out in the process. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, Collins was discovered suffering from gunshot wounds and taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The Manchester police are investigating the matter. Continuing the news, St. Anne woman succumbed to injuries in fiery car crash. A St. Anne woman succumbed to injuries on Sunday, March the 13th after her vehicle was involved in a three-vehicle collision and burst into flame, in which she was burnt alive. She has been identified as 38-year-old Antasia Edwards of Hampton Heights in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. Reports are that Edwards was driving a Honda CR-V along the roadway in the vicinity of Pier Bottom when the driver of a panel truck lost control and swerved into the path of a tractor-trailer which was traveling in the opposite direction. The panel truck then crashed into the SUV driven by Edwards, which caused both vehicles to burst into flame. The driver of the truck received injuries and was rushed to hospital, while Edwards got trapped inside her vehicle and was burned alive. Links 007 TV will continue to track this story and provide you with the latest information to come on this. Continuing the news. Man taken out in Greenville, Manchester. A man whose identity has just been given as O'Neill was shot and taken out by unknown assailants in Greenville, Manchester on Saturday, March the 12th. Reports from the Manchester police are that residents living in Greenville community reported hearing gunshots being fired at a section of the community around 1 a.m. on Saturday. Checks were later made later in the morning, which led to the discovery of the now deceased man around 7 a.m. in the community. The victim was discovered lying in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds and was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Manchester police are investigating the matter. Continuing the news. An Ananda alert has been activated and a search is on for a 17-year-old girl, Tavia Allegan, otherwise called Apple of Roberts Close, St. Andrew, who has been missing since Wednesday, March the 9th. She is of dark complexion, slim built, and about 157 centimeters or 5 feet 2 inches tall. Reports from the Halfway Tree police are that at around 7:15 a.m., Tavia was last seen at Hagley Park Road dressed in her school uniform, blue skirt, blue blouse, and a black shoes. She has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Tavia Allegan is being asked to contact the Halfway Tree police at 876-926-8184, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. No photograph of Tavia Allegan was made available during the publication of this report. However, we'll try and have an updated report to come on this in a later newscast. Continuing the news. A Manchester man captured on closed-circuit TV footage breaking into a shop in Little Portmore in the parish on Friday, March the 5th, has been arrested and charged. The accused 25-year-old Javon Solon of Little Portmore address has been charged with shop breaking and larceny. Reports from the police are that a businesswoman securely locked her mini-mart and left the premises. Upon her return about 4:30 p.m., she reportedly discovered that her shop had been broken into and an undetermined amount of cash stolen. According to the police, a review of a CCTV footage showed Solon broken into the shop and stealing the cash. He was subsequently arrested and charged. Solon's court date is being arranged and the police have stated that he will be taken before the court in the shortest possible time. Continuing the news. A man who was being sought in Kingston by the Kingston Western Police in relation to a case of shooting with intent and other serious crime was nabbed in Nain, St. Elizabeth on Thursday. Tariq Gale alias Pop was arrested during a targeted operation around 4 a.m. The 22-year-old was published as being wanted on June 23, 2021 through the police Wednesday Wanted social media initiative Facebook post by the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF revealed on Thursday. We thank the public for their continued support in sharing information on wanted persons as we work to achieve safer communities, the post added. Recently, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson launched the Anti-Gang Task Force, a joint police military outlet that is aimed at finding illegal guns and nabbing gang members across the country. Links 007 TV will have more information to come on this in a later newscast. Thanks for watching.